pressure. So really quick, people always ask me like, how do you get over this? How do you do that? Doing it scared. And guys, I'm scared right now. I'm nervous. I haven't done this in so long. I'm literally sweating, but I'm doing it scared, and that's how you get better, right? So I have like a tricky subject. I'm talking about leadership. And I call it tricky because I feel like a lot of us are scared of that. When we come into this business, I know, like, I wasn't a leader. I was like, how am I going to lead? Leadership is intimidating for a lot of us. And what I want to help you all understand is that it shouldn't be. Leadership is influence. Some of us are born with it. Some of us aren't. But all of us can learn it, and we can all perfect it by working towards it every single day. So I do have some notes, and then I'll just speak from the heart. So first, the difference between managing and leading. Okay, we are not managers. We are not anyone's babysitters. You are not telling your team what to do. Management is about persuading people to do things they do not want to do. So think of your managers in your 9 to 5. Go get me this from the printer. Do this. Work an extra hour. They're literally telling you to do something you don't want to do. While leadership is about inspiring people to do things they never thought they could. And honestly, I never thought I could do everything I've done. I never thought I would be where I am, but I was inspired by all the amazing leaders in this business. So that's what we need to do. We need to inspire people to do things they literally don't think they're capable of. So leaders inspire their teams not based on their goals or outcomes, but on their behavior, life outlook, and attitude in any given situation, like what we have going on right now. COVID, all the things that have been thrown our way, like how are you reacting to things like that? What example are you setting for your team? You always need to be the one to, I know that this is a lot of pressure, but you need to be the one to do it first, to do it right, to do it faster, to do it stronger, because that's what people look up to. So you are a leader since day one. You don't need to be MMB. You don't need to be market mentor. The second you sign up for money, you're a leader. When you get your first market partner, you're a leader. And you need to start acting like it. So I know there's a saying, fake it till you make it. I actually like make it till you make it. Like do it from day one until it's actually done, and then you start over and you do it again. So let's stop faking it and let's start making it. And yeah. And you guys, you learn from your mistakes. Like I have learned so much as a leader. Like my poor first market partners, they didn't get the best of me. My new girls are getting, because you're learning as you go. So I want you guys to all think about this dream market partner we all dream about, right? This girl that's going to come and turn your business upside down. She shows up every day. She recruits every month. She gets VIPs. Like you don't even have to check in on her or him, because they are doing everything right. They're hosting their own calls, potentials, trainings, events. Like you're just obsessed with this person, right? We all want that girl in our team because it's going to help our business. But before you can get that girl or guy in your team, you need to be that person. You need to be that dream MP, because you're only going to attract people like you, who you are and what you put out there. So people always say like, oh, you get like lucky. I just think the harder I work, the luckier I get. And I don't take credit for my leaders because they're literally amazing, but because I'm amazing, because I show them what I've done, because I've worked my business like a leader since day one, whether I saw results right away or I didn't. So I want to encourage all of you to start working like that dream market partner. I want all of you to show up every single day, okay? Whether you use Instagram or Facebook or whatever, that's your office. If you don't post, you didn't open your office today. Remember, we don't have a place where we go and clock in and say good morning. Like your Instagram, your Facebook, your group chats, and your team pages are your office. You need to show up every single day. When I started this business, I was not a social media person. Bianca will teach you guys. She taught me so much. I couldn't do social media. It was not my thing. And I would literally have to set reminders to show up on social media because it just wasn't something I was used to doing. Now, like, every morning, every night, whatever I'm doing, because this is my office. I need to make myself known, not only to my team, but to my potentials. You always have potentials looking at you. Just because you don't have an active conversation with someone doesn't mean they're not considering you. So I had a girl tell me recently, I was like, you're not working. Like, I haven't seen you post. We have a flash sale. You didn't even show up. Like, what are you doing? She's like, Joe, I did like 20 calls yesterday. I'm like, well, one, I don't believe you, but two, if that was true, that's amazing. But you have to think of what people see. You have to think what your team sees, what the potential see. I saw someone that didn't show up for 3 days on Instagram. I honestly thought I had lost you. So we need to keep that in mind. So show up every single day. You need to recruit every single month. Like, there's no such thing as not getting market partners every single month. You need to share this opportunity, and you need to recruit, and you need to get it in your head that you can recruit. A minimum of 5, okay? You need to. The second you stop recruiting, your business stops growing. If you're focusing on the 4 market partners you have right now, and you're helping them get to MMB, and to Market Mentor, and AED, and SCD, and then they get to SCD, and you look back and you have no one else that's building. So you can never stop recruiting. If you're not recruiting, you can't expect your team to recruit. Same goes with VIPs. VIPs keep our business healthy. They keep our paycheck healthy. They send you referrals. A lot of them upgrade to market partners. So go out and get VIPs every single month. Before you check in on your team and ask them what they've done, ask yourself, what have I done? I will never ask my girls what they've done if I haven't done it myself. Wake up your group chats, host your own potential calls, host your own team calls. Guys, when I started, our team calls were like 5 people. Okay, and I would mess up and I would get so nervous because I have an accent and I don't speak perfect English and all of the things. And now we have 2,500 people on our calls, but you need to start, okay? And then hold yourself to the highest standards. So I started doing this, I think, I don't know, maybe like a year into the business. I was like, okay, so I'm director, now what? There's no other rank. Like, what's going to keep me going? What's going to keep me motivated? I don't depend on my upline at all. Like, no one else is going to want your dreams more than you want them. No one is going to push you more. So set your standards. I'm going to share some of mine with you guys. So number 1, you guys should all be active every month. By the 5th. I like to be active by the 2nd. Okay, active is 200 personal volume points. If you cannot get 200 personal volume points in 5 days, what are you doing? Okay, you need to make it a priority. You need to set flagships for early in the month. You need to ask your VIPs for referrals. Let them know what the free product of the month is. Like, make it, it's not an option. It has to be done. Because when you make it an option, it doesn't get done. When you say, oh, I'll become active later, that, like, I got this. So if it's so easy, do it now. Okay? Then you get your 500 PV. All you need to get to SED is 500 PV. So get it done within the first week. And then you can focus on ranking up and re-ranking and growing that PV for Vegas or for your paycheck or whatever it is that you're focusing on. Then re-ranking. My mind was blown when, and guys, I'm starting to get comfortable, so I'm very honest. My mind was blown when I started hearing that people didn't re-rank. I was like, what? That's a thing? Like, how do you not re-rank, okay? Then that means you didn't really earn the rank, okay? That means you don't deserve the title, because if you did it once, you can do it again. And you should never be going backwards. So I started this thing in our team, like, we need to re-rank by the 15th. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. Does everyone do it? No. Do most of us do it? Yes. And then now that I'm SED, I need to re-rank by like the 5th and then by the 3rd. And that's how I keep myself motivated and excited. I need to set these goals for myself. No one is checking in on me. And I don't have I don't get an award for re-ranking. I don't get like a congratulations, but it makes me feel good because it reminds me that I'm working my business. Okay, so re-ranking, very important. And then active lines. You need to make sure your whole team is active very early on. You know, you shouldn't be waiting on new people to recruit. Your active lines should come naturally, which if you're leading by example, getting 200 personal volume points, so will they. Consistency. Okay, so ask yourself every single night, and I do this every single night, I promise to my son, if your team did exactly what you did today, would you be going up, or would you be staying the same, or going down? Sometimes when we get a team, even an MMB team, maybe 12 people, 10 people, 15, we start to get comfortable and we expect them to do the work for us. And joke is on you because no one is going to do the work for you. So every night I ask myself, if everyone in my organization, which we're about to be 100,000 people, it's crazy. If everyone in my team did exactly what I did today, I posted on Instagram, I hosted a call, I did a live, I'm at an event, I would be growing. Oh my God, I don't even know where I would be, you know? And then sometimes I'm like, if they did what I did today, we wouldn't even move 1 point because I didn't work today. I didn't show up. So that's what I do. And also write 3 things you did for your business and what could you have done better. You need to learn to call yourself out on your lack of work and lack of execution. Okay? Consistency. Consistency is so important. Consistency is everything in this business, in life. Like you need to do it every single day. It doesn't stop when you get to director, okay? If someone has told you it gets easier, I think it gets harder because you're managing more, you're helping more people, you're leading more people, you have bigger goals, like more eyes are on you. So consistency, showing up every single day, even when you think no one's looking. So it's very easy for us to show up and work when we know someone's going to be here, when you know someone's checking your Instagram. But what are you doing when the lights are off? What are you doing when no one's recognizing you? What are you doing every single day? Like, this business is part of our lives. You shouldn't change your life to do Monat. You add it to your life. So whatever it is that you're doing, you should be working. I hit AED when I was hospitalized. I never stopped working. Ever since I joined in June of 2018, a day hasn't passed by that I don't include either the business opportunity or the products on my social media. And that's how I think it's grown. Consistency every day. We need to learn to release that instant gratification mentality and adapt the entrepreneurial mindset. You know, not what you do today is not for results tomorrow or next week. What we do today is going to affect us 3 months from now, 6 months from now. And I feel like that's something a lot of new people struggle with. Joe, but I've been showing up for 2 weeks. I've been posting, like, nothing has happened. This is not for me. Like, girl, you don't build a business in 2 weeks. Okay, we need to get rid of that, instant gratification. I need a paycheck. I need to be recognized. I need to hit ranks early and trust the process. Sacrifices. Okay, so that's a big one. Short-term sacrifices for long-term results. I honestly think I sacrificed a good year and 11 months in this business, and I just made 2 years like 2 months ago. But it just wasn't an option for me. I saw what this opportunity did for so many, and my family needed it, I needed it, and I was not getting any excuses, taking excuses, giving or accepting excuses. I was not getting distracted by the distractions of life. My husband didn't hear from me for a while. I stopped giving my son a bath at night. I did not go out. I lost a couple friends that told me I became crazy obsessed. But those sacrifices is what has allowed for me to have the life I have now. To have my husband retired at home, to be able to travel whenever we want. You need to make sacrifices, okay? You need to stop watching Netflix and watch training calls. You need to stop going out to brunch if you can't work your business while you're at brunch. It took me a while to be able to go out and remember that I had to work. This is new for a lot of us. I had never done network marketing. So sacrifices are so important. If you are not sacrificing anything, you are not working towards anything. All of you should right now in your mind be like, yeah, I'm sacrificing this. I'm sacrificing this, whatever it may be. Family time, friend time. Some of you drove just to, be here, which puts so much more pressure on us. But what sacrifices are you doing every single day? Till this day, I sacrifice things. It was not easy for me to leave my son. I've cried over 50 times. But I left him to come help you guys and hopefully, bring some value. Accountability. Be a woman and a man of your word, okay? You have to keep yourself accountable. I do highly suggest finding an accountability buddy. It's not always going to be your upline. As a matter of fact, it's almost never your upline. But someone who's going for the same goals as you. Like that happened to me when I started and I met Bianca and Isabel and my sister, and we were all kind of going towards the same things. And the 4 of us really hold each other accountable, but Bianca and I even more. Like, we are on a daily competition. If she gets a market partner, I don't go to sleep till I get a market partner because I will not allow her to be better than me, and vice versa. Okay, so hold yourself accountable. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you say you're going to hit this rank this month, do it. You don't want to be the person that has been going for MMB for 6 months. Like, what is stopping you from hitting it? You're not taking enough action. You're not executing. You're getting tired and discouraged a week or 2 weeks into the month when no one is answering you. Okay, I'm all about tough love. And if you say you're going to do something, you need to do it. You need to make yourself proud. Positivity. Always have a positive outlook on things. Look at the bright side, okay? We don't have control as to what happens to us, but we definitely have control as to how we react to it. Okay, when girls are like, Joe, my market partner quit. You know how many of my market partners have quit? Oh my God. You know how many VIPs have returned? You know how many times I've gotten drama? We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. Always be a light. Always share positivity. Don't think, why is this happening to me? Like, this is happening for me to learn, for me to grow, for me to get a different perspective out of something. Delegating. Delegating is a difficult transition for a lot of us to go, from doing to leading. If you think that doing the work for your team makes you a good leader, you are so wrong. I don't do anything for them. I don't post for them. I don't check in on them. We're not babysitters. We're not moms. We are leaders. So it's hard for a lot of people, especially in that MMB phase. A lot of my girls are like, Joe, how do I delegate? They're so used to me doing it. You set yourself up for failure from day one, okay? When I talk to potentials, I tell them, listen, I'm here to support you, to motivate you, to give you all the resources, to inspire you, but you need to do the work. You need to come to me and say, Joe, let's do an event. Joe, let's do a potentials call. I have way too many people to be calling everyone every day, seeing if you're working your business. I need to focus on mine. I need to focus on my personal business. I need to recruit. Because if I stop recruiting, someone else is going to come and pass me. And I'm very competitive. So you need to tell them from the beginning, set that standard that they need to do the work. If they don't want it, you're not going to want it for them. I have a perfect example, and I hope, B, you don't mind me sharing your story. Bianca was stuck at MMB for 6 months. And Bianca was doing everything right. She would post every day. She would show up. She was an amazing leader. And I was like, I just think you're doing too much for them. She would create content for her team and send it. She was like, I'm like, you are doing the most and people are depending on you. I go, let go a little bit. Let's see what happens when you're not as on top of them. Bam, ranked up. Boom, 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 AED. So sometimes we think that we're being good by doing it for them. We're not. That's not duplicatable. That's not realistic. Yeah, okay, maybe you can do it for them and get them to AED and SED, and then the second you turn around, they won't re-rank. They won't bring in more people. They need to do it themselves. So learn to delegate. To be great leaders, we must elevate our teams. We must be more essential and less involved. Doing the work for others, I already said that. Okay, done is better than perfect. Perfection is literally the enemy of execution. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to look, act, speak like someone else. Don't wait till you have this all together to do your first call or your first event. You just need to do it. You need to execute, and you need to work with urgency. Urgency is my favorite word in the whole wide world because do it now. Don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. Whatever you're leaving for tomorrow means you're okay dying and not getting it done. I know that sounds tragic, but it's the truth. Do it now. If you have an issue, fix it now. If you have a potential call, answer now. You know how many people haven't signed up with me because they took an hour to get back to them? Work with urgency. Tomorrow's not promised. You don't have until Sunday to get your 1,000 PV. Get it today. And when you start applying urgency to your life will change. With your family, with your friends, with your business, urgency. Stop leaving things for tomorrow. It's not about perfect, it's about effort. And when you bring that effort every single day, that's where the transformation happens. That's how change occurs over a period of time. You don't just become better from today to tomorrow. It's an everyday thing. And I said here again, make it till you make it. The more you believe in yourself, the more you'll be able to manage any stressful situation. So I used to be super shy, super insecure, I couldn't do any of this. And I made it till I made it. And that's what gives you confidence. If you guys want to know how you become more confident, do your first team call. Do your first live. If one person tells you, Joe, that was so good, boom, confidence boost. You hit MMP, confidence boost. You just got the first rank. You qualified for your first free trip. Confidence boost. But it's only going to happen if you do it. Confidence is not going to fall in your lap. And confidence is a huge part of being in this business and being a leader. Because if you don't even believe it yourself, you're never going to be able to convince someone to believe it. If you don't believe in the business model, if you don't believe in the products, if you don't believe you can get to SED, if you don't believe you can be debt-free, you're not going to be able to convince someone else to do it. So if anything, if you remember anything I said, it's just start by believing in yourself. Start believing that this process works. Start believing that you can do it. And I feel like that's where my confidence comes from. Like guys, this company has taught me that I literally can accomplish anything and everything that I set my mind to. If I can dream it, I can achieve it if I'm willing to put the work. Okay? And one thing that I want you guys to always remember, which has kept me always on the rise, honestly, is every month start over. If your highest rank is A and B, on September, when the month starts over, you need to hit A and B new. So what does that mean? You need, the 3 new active lines. You need, let's do MMBs because you need MMPs. So if you're MMB, you need to hit it new. So you get 4 new active lines. Out of those 4 new active lines, you get 2 new MMPs. Okay, you get your GB all over again. And I do that for myself all the time. Every month I want to hit AED like with new people. Okay, so don't ever, ever, ever depend on someone. You depending on someone is basically like telling them, here, you can control my life. You have the pin to my bank account. Like, your business depends on me. And I tell my girls, and I have amazing girls. I have amazing leaders. I think right now I have like 21 MMBs, 4 directors, all level 1s, and they are amazing. But I tell them, I'm looking for new people all the time. Like, I am not going to depend on you. If tomorrow you have an excuse and you don't re-rank, I am not missing my rank because you didn't get your rank. So hold yourself accountable. Start over every single day, every single week, every single month. And remember, wherever you guys are right now, whatever rank, whatever level of success, whatever you did to get there is what you're going to have to do every single day to maintain it and grow. Don't ever think because you're higher up, you need to do less work or show up less. Just how you got to where you are, we can always lose that. So every day, remember to do, what did you have to do to get to where you are? You had to recruit. You had to show up. You had to do calls. You had to do events. Never stop doing what got you to where you are now. And all of you are leaders, okay? All of you can lead. All of you can be amazing leaders. Don't feel intimidated by me, by your upline, by whoever you look up to. Like, you guys can all be amazing leaders. The only difference between some of you and me is that I just believe in myself a little more. And I said, this is not an option. I'm going to be a bad A leader, and I'm going to make it to the top. And I believed in myself. I hyped myself up, and then I put the work to back it up. Okay, so believe in yourself. You can do it. Stop giving excuses. Excuses are for the weak. The excuses don't exist. And everything you say is an excuse. Honestly, I don't care. My girls know, don't tell me anything because I'm going to say it's an excuse. Okay, excuses will not get you to the top. So I hope this was helpful. I know I'm a little bit rough sometimes, but that's how I talk. And that's what has worked for me. So thank you guys.